today. And don't forget, before we get into this live lecture stream, hit my subscribe button and hit my notification button. I really do want to thank all of my supporters for following my channel and subscribing to my channel. Continue to send me your comments. So with that being said, let's get down to today's exciting lecture. I've been wanting to do a lecture on this for a while now. The focus of this lecture is I'm going to present my book, Awake Financial Freedom. I'm going to present my actual publishing agreement explained. If the audience is aware, my book, Awake Financial Freedom, got accepted by a major publishing company, Page Publishing Company, based out of New York. I did not self-publish, and I'm going to literally share with the world information literally from my publishing agreement signed between Marie Holiday and Page Publishing. Like I said, I tell anybody, there are so many benefits in hiring a publishing company to publish your book. They really are the experts at this. Marie Holiday don't know nothing about publishing a book and editing the book and page design and etc. So with that being said, let's get down to business. I'm literally going to present on my agreement that I signed with the publishing company August 9th, 2021. This agreement is entered into as on the 9th day of August 2021 between Page Publishing, having offices. They literally got the office address on here on this agreement, clearly indicated, between Page Publishing Company, located at they based out of in Pennsylvania. The full address is on there, and Marie Holiday having the address, and I'm not going to say my address, but just so the audience can hear, the name of the publishing company, their full address, the name of the author, my full address is literally indicated on this agreement signed August 9th, 2021. And it stipulates, whereas publisher is in the business of disseminating and publishing literary works and hereby agrees to perform the following services in order to publish said work. A. Publication coordinator. A publication coordinator will be assigned to oversee all aspects of the publication process, including guiding the work through editorial review, page design, cover art, publicity campaign. Author will be given complete access to all workflow through a personalized online author portal. By me, when I enter into that agreement, they set up my author portal. I still have access to that portal because even though my book has hit all major bookstores, I'm still aligning myself with that publishing company for them to do aggressive marketing on my book to drive sales. B. Pre-publication full copy edit. Publisher will assign a copy editor to proof and edit the work. Copy editor will review the work to ensure proper syntax, word usage, sentence structure, consistency. Copy editor will adhere to the standards of the Chicago Manual of Style. C. Page design. Publisher will assign a page designer to ensure consistency of heading and chapters and to implement elements of typographical style, including font size, font choice, margins, paragraph, and sentence formatting. D. Cover art. Publisher will produce a premium custom cover design based on the author's input. The final selection of cover art shall be at the sole discretion of the author. And I want to say, when it came to my cover design, I left it in the hands of the experts. I yield to the experts. The only input I gave my publishing company in reference to my cover design of my book is let my cover design be congruent with a first-time author, and let my cover design be congruent with the concept of my book. And we shall continue. E. Conversion to various digital formats. Publisher will convert the work to the appropriate various digital formats so that it may be offered for sale with Apple, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and Google ebook retailers platforms. And that is also, my book has been distributed literally by all major bookstores worldwide by going through my publishing company. There is no way in the world, if I were to try to have self-published, that Marie Holiday could have tapped into worldwide markets to market my book. And I'm here to tell you. F. Implementation of the DRM. In addition to converting the work into various respected formats for ebook realtors, publisher will employ digital rights management technology to prevent unauthorized share of my work. You know, by the publishing company doing that, that is protecting my work as an author. That's another reason why, if you are an author, pay the money to let the experts do what they do in terms of everything that's stipulated in this publishing agreement that I'm literally presenting to the world. This is my actual publishing agreement from my publishing company. In addition, G, printed editions of the work. The author will receive 10 complimentary paperback editions of the work, professionally printed with a full color front and back cover, will be produced and delivered to author's designated address as stated above. So prior to my book hitting all major bookstores worldwide, my publishing company mailed me 10 copies of my book for my review and approval to my address prior to them distributing my books to bookstores worldwide. H, author discount program. Author may purchase an unlimited number of additional wholesale copies of the hard copy and soft cover editions of the work for private sale by the author directly from the publisher at a discount of 50% of the retail price, plus shipping and applicable taxes. So basically, by me being an author, if I want to order massive amount of my books from the publishing company, I would get an author discount price of 50% versus if I were to try to purchase my own book through Barnes and Noble, Amazon, and any major platform worldwide. That would be silly. It would make sense for me to order massive copies of my book for personal sale through the publishing company with the 50% discount. ISBN. Publisher will obtain on behalf of the author the ISBN, the International Standard Book Number, and corresponding barcodes for all editions of the work. The ISBNs will list authors as the original owner and author of the work, and Page Publishing as the authorized publisher. So on the reverse side of a book that has gone through a publisher, you'll see on the reverse side of that book, the author. You will see the author, the title of the author, and those barcodes, and I'm here to tell you. Next on this publishing agreement is digital distribution. Publisher will submit author's work for distribution to prevalent digital distribution outlets, including Amazon, Apple, iTunes, Barnes and Nobles, and Google Play, upon acceptance by each digital distribution outlet. That's that ebook version. Publisher will upload author's work to each respected outlet for immediate offer for sale. Author acknowledged that publisher has no control over acceptance of the work submission by each distribution outlet. Printed distribution. Publisher will list the paperback edition of the author's work for wholesale distribution via Publishing Ingram Content Network account so that print editions of the work may be available in national retail outlets and via Amazon print distribution platform. All costs and expense for return works shall be borne solely by the publisher. Author web page. Publisher will create a custom web page for author within the page publishing website. So if I go to page publishing website, they have set up my own author portal. This page shall contain author's cover art, synopsis of the author's book, and direct links to the purchase page of every digital platform which is offering the author's book for sale, so that viewers may quickly and easily purchase my work. And I'm here to tell you, publicity and press release distribution. Publisher publicity team will create a custom press release that will be sent by a primer third-party newswire firm to a targeted priority list of media, including local, regional, and national print, broadcast, and online sources. And that's another reason to go through a publishing company, because with that press release tapping into a wide market like that, I could have never done that if I would have self-published. Publisher shall be compensated an administrative fee. And in this area, my publishing company is literally telling me in terms of how much money I'm going to make for my sales of all of my books. That's laid out in the contract. Once my book begin to sell more and more and more, that'll be ongoing passive income for Marie Holiday, literally for the rest of my life. And and I'm noticing that individuals are chiming in. I appreciate that. My style of doing live stream is I do more of a live stream lecture. So I appreciate you listening to this lecture. Pay attention. I'm presenting my actual publishing agreement in reference to page publishing, in terms of them publishing my book. Royalty payments. This again, where that money comes into play. Quarterly accounting reports will be provided to the author by the publisher, listing all sales that has transacted with each distribution outlet worldwide, and net profit generated therefore as per each respective outlet. Most recent terms and conditions. Author hereby agrees to complete. I had to literally complete a W-2 form for our internal revenue purposes. So literally in my contract is laid out in terms of the money I'm going to make, my royalty payments, quarterly checks I would get for the rest of my life based off the sales of my book. This book will outlive Marie Holiday. This part of the money piece, the money piece may read differently for different publishing companies, but it's going to be in there. And all I can say is I'm very pleased with how the money piece read in regards to what this Marie Holiday is going to get quarterly for my sales on my book. And I'm here to tell you. In exchange for publisher providing the above written services, author agrees to remit to page publishing, and in this area here is stipulated in this contract, is laid out on what the publishing company is charging me for all of these services, because the publishing company is not going to work for free. Publishing a book through a publishing company is not a free service. And what I can say is all of the money, in all of the money that I paid to get my book published, I can tell you right now, the good thing about that is that was a tax write-off, because that was a business expense One of the things I liked about Page Publishing Company, they gave you the option, you can pay that big fat giant bill all at one time, or they allow you to spread it out in the course of 10 payments. But because I got me a side hustle, what I did is I paid a large lump sum up front, and within the next 3 months, I zeroed that bill out. So now as my book sells month after month after month, when I get my quarterly royalties, that I would begin to really see the return on investments on all of the money that I paid the publishing company. And again, all that was a tax write-off. In addition, it states in this agreement, return on author's investment, the publisher shall not be entitled to any administrative fees as defined in this section above until such time that the author has received the sum total of the book sales revenue equal to the amount invested by the author in section 4 on the front end. So in other words, I got to get the return on my investments. Pricing of the work shall be determined by the publisher with material input from the author. The next piece on this agreement is the publisher and the author mutually agree that both the original work of the author and all materials prepared by the publisher in conjunction therewith, including but not limited to page design, cover design, electronic files, publicity materials, and the like, shall be the sole property of and forever remain the sole property and shall be transferred free of charge to the author by the publishing company. In other words, all of my work, my manuscript, in reference to me writing my book, because I am the author, that will remain, and that material will remain my work. In addition, the publisher again has set up that author portal that I have access to. That's a personalized author portal, and I can go to that portal and I can literally pull up the edits to my book, the page design, the cover design, the press release, and any other communication between me and the author, and works from the author. The terms of this agreement shall remain in effect for 2 years and will continuously renew for an additional 2 years unless canceled by the author, providing written notice of the cancellation 60 days prior to the expiration of the agreement term. Again, they talk about the royalties in this contract, this agreement. Royalties derived from derivative works. Any derivative works of author's original work, screenplays, motion pictures, TV scripts, etc., shall be the sole and exclusive property of the author. Any royalties or monetary compensation resulting therefrom during the terms of this agreement, publisher makes no representation, projections, or guarantees as to the projected sales volume of the work. I'm going to say one thing, that you can be the most famous writer in the world. And if you got a new book that has hit distribution, I don't care how big you are, or how medium-sized you are, or how small you are, in any book that has hit all major bookstores, you have got to do marketing. You can never start marketing. Align yourself with that publishing company so they can do your press release, so they can do your video trailer, so they can do your radio interview, and so they can ongoing market your book at book shows all over the world for the life of this book. And I'm here to tell you, marketing should never stop. Just because my book hit all major bookstores, that don't mean that I'm gonna get 100 sales, 1,000 sales, 1,000,000 sales overnight. This book got to be marketed. This in marketing can never stop. It's got to be marketed by me. It's got to be marketed by the publishing company. It's got to be marketed by word of mouth, and it cannot stop, because that's going to have a direct impact on driving sales. That's going to have a direct impact on my royalty checks every quarter for the rest of my life. That is the business behind of this powerful book, Awake Financial Freedom. That's the business behind this, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything in reference to anybody who has written a book, and all of the blood, sweat, and tears you go behind the scene and write in the first draft, in the second draft, in the third draft. If you decide to use a publishing company submitting that manuscript, that don't mean they're going to accept it, and waiting to get the verdict on whether or not that publishing company is going to accept that manuscript to move it forward through publication. And then when it hit all major bookstores, it don't stop there. Now comes the marketing, and I'm here to tell you. In addition to on this powerful agreement is, as I bring it to closure, we talked about in terms of if the author wants to terminate this agreement, it has to be done within 30 days. And also, basically, towards the end, it's saying any dispute, controversy, or claim between publisher and author regarding this agreement will be submitted to mandatory and binding arbitration under the terms of the rules of the American Arbitration Association as then in effect. And at the end of this powerful publishing agreement, at the end of this agreement, as you see here, both parties have to sign, sign and date. And once both parties sign and date this legal documents, the publishing company got a copy and I got a copy of my publishing agreement, and I'm here to tell you. And ladies and gentlemen, that publishing agreement protects my work as an author. My publishing agreement protects my work as a first-time author between me and Page Publishing, and I'm here to tell you. So I hope you all got a lot out of this. I appreciate everyone chiming in on my live stream lecture. Don't forget, hit my subscribe button, hit my notification button, and be on the lookout. Page Publishing Company, as we speak, they're in the process of doing a powerful video trailer to market my book. I'm so excited in regards to that upcoming video trailer. I'm also hired me a contractor to develop my own Marie Holiday own personal business website. I'm going to put that video trailer link on my website. I'm going to put that link to that video trailer on my YouTube channel. And I'm just really excited in terms of the trajectory path in regards to where my channel is going, to where my book is going. Anyone can do this. Everybody in the world got knowledge, skills, and talents unique to that person. Anybody can start a channel. Anybody can write a book. Now is the time to step up to the plate and to diversify and to empower yourself to develop multiple streams of income. Rather you got a full-time job, rather you're getting ready to retire, by the summer next year, by the grace of God, I will be 100% retired. I will be able to claim 40 hours of my life, and that'll free me up to focus and continue to cultivate the marketing my book, marketing my channel, marketing my business, Parachute Associates Resource Center. Be on the lookout. I'm going to do a future upload to give you a little bit more information about the other services that I'm going to provide under my company. So with that being said, that's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. And I really do appreciate everyone who has followed this live stream lecture. My style of live streaming is more lecture format. I'm being honest with you. When I get into my topics, it's like I'm in the zone. It's beneficial for me to send me your comments, send me your questions. I'll respond to your comments and questions at the end of this lecture, once I take a look at it, who sent me questions, so I can make sure that I can have time to answer those questions, give you that feedback but my style of live stream lecturing, I get in the zone when I'm presenting these topics. It's like I'm in the zone. So with that being said, that's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great evening. I appreciate everyone listening to this upload.